Let's do it like this. We shout out all the people. Thank y'all for watching, like, and subscribe while y'all here. But we gonna do the doggone thing. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And as always, shout out to our beautiful CU aunties that are in the building. You figure deal me. And as we proceed, as the Cleveland and the Philadelphia Eagles game now has gone into the second half, and Dillon Gabriel was pulled at halftime after going 13 of 18. So Dillon Gabriel on his debut versus the Philadelphia Eagles goes 13 for 18 for 143 yards with an interception and a fumble. While Shedeur Sanders on his debut goes 14 for 23 for 138 yards with 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, no fumbles. Meanwhile, the fans are in an uproar. The Twitter universe has seemingly lost its mind as Dillon Gabriel starts out this game doing pretty dang on good. He comes out, first play of the game was a sack. And we were like, okay. And then he settles down. He starts to calmly throw passes across the middle, throw passes through the side, but all the while he's moving the ball. These are not down the field passes. These are dink and dunk passes. These are short passes. These are 5 yards here, 7 yards there, 3 yards here, 4 yards here, passing in the backfield, passing to a receiver, cutting across the middle, running a quick slant, or just running a dig route across the middle. It wasn't the game plan that we saw for Shedeur. Mind you, Dillon Gabriel had starters. Dillon Gabriel had 2 starting wide receivers, a starting tight end, plus Gage Larvaday. Dillon Gabriel didn't play with the same backup players that Shedeur played with. There's a difference. Dillon Gabriel was moving the ball on his first 2 drives. He moved the ball very well down the field, went 4 of 6. In his first drive, went 4 of 4 in his second drive, and scored a touchdown off a run play. Mind you, in the red zone, Dillon Gabriel didn't throw the ball at all. Once they crossed the 20, it was all run plays. Dillon Gabriel's game plan was different from Shedeur's. Mind you, they are 2 different players, and Dillon Gabriel struggles in the red zone throwing the ball. We have said this many of times. This is not new information. So the Cleveland Browns go down, score. Muff the field goal. I don't even know what that was. That even wasn't a field goal attempt. That was just bad football. All of Dillon Gabriel's passes in the first 2 or 3 series seemed to be all scripted. They weren't too far down the field. They were across the middle passes. They were passes out to the flat. There was nothing up the field. Everything was short to intermediate, 5 to 7 yards, just move the ball, get a touchdown. We didn't see Dillon Gabriel operating. And then Dillon Gabriel got sacked. And after that sack, everything changed. After that sack, on that third drive, after they scored the touchdown, Dillon Gabriel got hit from the blind side. The defensive end beat his tackle, beat the left tackle off a speed rush and pummeled Dillon Gabriel. And after that sack, Dillon Gabriel got happy feet. Dillon Gabriel was not comfortable in the pocket. He did not look good. He looked unnerved. He didn't look like he had command of the football team. He did not look like he wanted to do what he was supposed to be there doing. Dillon Gabriel was rattled after that one hit. Dillon Gabriel seemed to forget what he was there for, because before that hit, Dillon Gabriel was smooth. There was no happy feet. There were no bad passes. There was nothing to complain about Dillon Gabriel's game before that sack, except for the dinking and dunking going down the field. He wasn't completing passes 10 to 15 yards down the field. All of them were 5 to 7 yards, but they were moving the ball. But after that sack, Dillon Gabriel's poise was gone. He wasn't able to look off his first read. He wasn't able to move in the pocket as comfortably. It looks like he was scared. He couldn't feel the rushes because he was getting pushed out the pocket. After then, all his passes were low. All the passes that he missed were low. He started throwing hospital balls. He was getting people hit across the middle of the field, not protecting his receivers, either throwing the ball down to their feet where they could slide and catch the ball and go down, or he was leading them too far out instead of throwing it on their back shoulder to where they could catch the ball, go down, or catch the ball and turn their back to the receiver. Dillon Gabriel was putting people in horrible positions after that sack. Now, what we'll do is look at that pick six, because that pick six is the same exact play that Shedeur Sanders scored his touchdown on last week. Bet y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know that. But here is, where's Dillon Gabriel's pick six? Here is Dillon Gabriel's pick six. Pause. Mind you, this is the same play Shedeur Sanders scored on. But you see this receiver, the play is done. This is a scramble play from the jump. Dillon Gabriel rolls out to his left. This ball should be thrown now. Do you see the receiver wide open by himself coming across the field? You see him. He's by himself. The ball should have been thrown right there, right here. Ball should be out. Receiver's by himself. The safety is still trying to come up and catch the receiver wide open. You got two options, because the top receiver, number 16, up top, the safety is barreling down on him. You have a tight end under him. This is the same play that Shedeur scored on. And you know what he tried to do? Exactly what Shedeur did. Go to that middle receiver and blow it. Now you see the tight end, 86, is covered up. It's coming across. They're watching. They're looking directly in your eye. Right here, where he throws this ball. He does not see the safety trailing. I don't know how he doesn't see it. How do you not see it? Probably because he's covered up by that big ass lineman in front of him. And when he throws that ball, he's gone. Because he's not throwing it to the tight end 86 in the front. He's throwing it to the 16, the receiver in the back, but he threw it behind him. He didn't throw it to the outside shoulder, to the sideline, where only the receiver can get it. That's just a bad pass by Dillon Gabriel. There was nothing. Dillon Gabriel was in max protect all night, and that was just a bad pass. Shedeur's touchdown. Same play. It's the exact same play. Hold on, let me get it to you from a different angle. It is the same play. And we will give it to you from the same angle that you get Dillon Gabriel's play. No, that is not it. Hold on. Get that out of there. Let's get Shedeur. I don't want every touchdown. Well, we can do every touchdown. Hold on. We can do every touchdown. We can do every touchdown. Because we just want the one. All right, here we go. This is the same play that Dillon threw his interception on. Same play. You seen 16? When 16 comes across the middle, he backs up right there. You see 16? These are the same players, same play, except Dillon has starters. Shedeur did. Look, right there. See, there's the window. Dillon waited. That's the same play. That is the exact same play. Dillon just threw a pick. Shedeur didn't. Shedeur threw a perfect ball. Dillon can't see the field. He's too small. He didn't see the safety trailing his receiver, and he didn't put the ball in the right place. If he throws that ball outside toward the sideline, it's either caught in bounds or the ball sails out of bounds. It's not a pick six. You can't blame that on the receiver. That's the quarterback's fault. The quarterback threw the ball behind the receiver. And that's bad football. Dillon was 13 for 18, 143 yards with a 72.2 passer rating. Last week, Shedeur was 14 for 23 for 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 106 passer rating. The question is, no, Shedeur will not move up on the depth chart. I know y'all keep asking that. And I know y'all keep wanting to see that. But it won't happen. Not on paper. What you need to do is watch where the reps are issued out. Where the reps are being issued out will tell you exactly what's going on in this quarterback battle. Just like Monday, after Shedeur's game on Friday, he came out, he got more reps than everybody. He went in front of Dillon Gabriel in the reps. But we all know that Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry love Dillon Gabriel. This is their man, 100 grand. There's no doubt about it. Like I showed y'all earlier when Andrew Berry was talking to Shedeur. I showed you that look on his face. That means something. That look on his face. And just like that, Lawrence RBE, what are your thoughts on Andrew Berry? Does he have 12's back or not? Be honest, I doubt it. With that interaction that him and Andrew Berry had on the sideline, and Shedeur was trying to get a smile or something relative to a smile or a small joke out of Andrew Berry, Andrew Berry didn't want to have nothing to do with Shedeur.
It feels more real now.
I will show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Back in my groove. That's really pretty much it.
I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. This interaction right here.
In the next preseason game. All right.
You were the real.
You saw right here. You see that smile on Andrew Berry's face. You see this smile on Andrew Berry's face before Shedeur starts talking. You see this smile.
You were the real player now. I'm going to bring that sauce to you.
I know you will. I know you will. Really good job. That's a great start.
That right there. That face right there. As Shedeur gets ready to walk away and he's trying to push him away. His head leans far back to the right. And we all know what that means when you make this face and you roll your eyes. He doesn't want to be bothered with that man. He's telling him to go away. I don't want to be bothered with you right now. You're getting on my nerve. Dude, stop. But this is your quarterback who just had a very good game, threw for two touchdowns, and the world is talking about him and your football organization. And you don't want to be bothered with him. Y'all think I'm lying? I'm going to let it play out by itself. And I want y'all to understand what it is. Watch Andrew Berry's face when it first starts and watch him as Shedeur walks away.
All right.
You were the real player now. I'm going to bring that sauce to you.
I know you will. I know you will. Really good job. That's a great start.
It feels more real.
You tell me. He doesn't want to be bothered with Shedeur. I don't know what their problem was or what their problem is. Just like this show that they created, they started creating this show. They didn't start at rookie minicamp, but we know they had footage during rookie minicamp, so they used it and they sped it all up. But while they were gone on break before training camp started, somebody got in somebody's head and said, hey, with all this publicity that Shedeur is giving us, we should use it. Let's make a show. Let's turn it into something that could make us some money and get us some more eyes. So they created that show, Man Under Center, about the 4 quarterbacks in this room and who is going to eventually be under center. But go back and watch episode 1. Go back and watch the first episode. Each quarterback critiques the other, except for Shedeur. You don't hear Shedeur's critique or speaking about any other quarterback until that Friday when they get ready to play the game. But during that process, every quarterback talked about every other quarterback, and Shedeur didn't speak about none of them. Why is that?